So guys, when you come in, you tune into the live stream, you come in early, you're going to get the shot for the picture early. So you have an advantage over everyone else. You can study the picture for a few seconds, but you can only see it on screen. Let's go. Good morning, my friends. It's your old pal, Peace Love Music, with another episode of the Let's Go Good Morning Show, brought to you live by the Organized Media in partnership with our amazing friends at Bitcoin Live Decentralized Broadcasting. It is Wednesday, hump day. Get over the hump. It is time. There's so much going on in our space. I believe we have someone from Agent Hustle coming on to talk about their project and show us some really cool stuff with that. I am super excited. I know Jack has been absolutely just raving about this platform, and I'm excited to see it you played with live. So we're going to bring that to you in a little bit. I got lots to talk about in the news, and I want to get through it quickly, so we're not going to waste too much time dilly-dallying before we get in. Friendly reminder, this is a news show. We are providing news and information, hopefully some education and some entertainment, but never financial advice. Always do your own research and never invest money you cannot afford to lose. It's very important that you pay attention to that. We don't want anyone to get hurt. We're providing you with the tools to do your own research and learn about what's going on in the ecosystem, but it's up to you to make your own decisions, and do not base your decisions based on any guy talking about anything on the internet without understanding for yourself what it is that he's talking about. That being said, the numbers this morning, checking out CoinMarketCap. Yeah, no worries, GP. Take your time. Where am I? Okay. Bitcoin coming in at 113,796, 810, constantly moving. Ethereum at 4,200. Both of these are down from yesterday. Bitcoin's down about 1.5%. Ethereum's down about 2.5%. Check out Stacks. Stacks dropping from 70 to 72 by market cap, coming in at 66 cents, down 3.2%. Stacks is on sale today, folks. Get out and get it if you got a little bit of free cash. Not financial advice, do your own research, obviously. Fear and Greed Index is coming in at 45. We are back down into, it's still in the neutral range. I thought it was actually down in the fair range. Still in the neutral range, but getting close to that fair range. Guys, it's also usually just a best practice to kind of plan your buying when the market's in fear. Take some profits when we go back into the greed range. That's a general best practice, not financial advice. And the top three gainers on CoinMarketCap for the last 24 hours are Memecore M. Never heard of that one. Pump Fun, OKB. We got Link, Arrow, IP, Not the Right Leo, Lido DAO, rounding out the top 10. Guys, when you stack your stacks, you earn native Bitcoin rewards. Stacks has fast, low-fee transactions, proof of transfer security, native Bitcoin rewards, and SBTC, which is programmable Bitcoin, to be deployed into a very robust Bitcoin-centric DeFi ecosystem on Stacks. If you're looking to build on Stacks, there's all sorts of opportunities for builders, content creators, community people. Come to Stacks. The opportunity is here. In the Stacks robust Bitcoin-centric DeFi ecosystem, we have Hermetica. Hermetica is offering 5% on USDH. That's right. You can earn 5% on your dollar stablecoin backed by Bitcoin, USDH, over at hermetica.fi. At StackingDAO, you can stack your stacks in a bunch of different ways. You have regular stacking, native Bitcoin rewards. Lots of different options there, but you can do that, engage in that right at StackingDAO at 9.52% yield, stacking your stacks in the stacking pool and get native Bitcoin rewards, or you can choose to get liquid stacking with STX, compounding your stacking and earning your yield in STX, holding the STX as it appreciates in value against your STX at today's rate, 9.35%, or you can get your rewards in SBTC at 9.08% with liquid STX BTC. That's over at StackingDAO. And I just want to talk about STX tools real quick. This is the place to go if you're looking to do your own research and get some information about the amazing projects available on Stacks. The top 3 gainers on STX tools today are Miami Coin, ABTC, that's Alex's Bitcoin product, and Deco, Arcadeco's token. We got Nasty, Leo, Blocks up on there, AEUSD with a slight price fluctuation, some Alex, POS, and Skull, rounding out the numbers at STX tools this morning. Let me get into the news. Where is my... Oh, there it is. All right. So in the news today, this is our news thread. We talked about the numbers this morning. It's about where it was an hour ago. It's about where it is now. So maybe we've held a bottom for the day. Who knows? SEC chair view very few tokens are securities, is what the SEC's opinion is right now. SEC Chair Paul Atkins signaled a major policy shift, stating that very few crypto tokens should be classified as securities. This marks a sharp departure from the prior enforcement-heavy approach under Gary Gensler. Atkins emphasized the need to future-proof the industry and suggested updates to custody and broker-dealer guidance while deferring some questions to Congress. If followed by formal rules, this could unlock new product launches, exchange listings, and staking services in the U.S., easing long-standing regulatory uncertainty. We got a friendly SEC, and that's a huge step in the right direction. Just be aware that that friendliness could change administration to administration. So it's important, if you are in crypto, that you're paying attention to the midterms coming up in a year and to the presidential election coming up in 3 years, because that SEC policy can change drastically from administration to administration. Fed supervision chief goes pro crypto. Crypto advocacy groups are resisting efforts from major banks to dilute the new Genius Act. Banks want tighter restrictions on stablecoin issuers. And am I on the wrong one? I am. Michelle Bowman, the Federal Reserve's new vice chair for supervision, used her first major speech to urge regulators to shed their overly cautious mindset towards digital assets. Speaking at the Wyoming Blockchain Symposium, Bowman argued that banks should embrace tokenization in stablecoins and even proposed allowing Fed staff to hold small amounts of crypto to better understand the space. That's a brilliant idea, by the way. How can they regulate and or influence or have any opinions on it if they don't know what they're talking about? She pledged to support implementation of the new Genius Act stablecoin law and to shape rules that reflect crypto's unique features, signaling a friendlier Fed stance. Stablecoin showdown in DC. Crypto advocacy groups are resisting efforts from major banks to dilute the new Genius Act. Banks want tighter restrictions on stablecoin issuers and reserve assets, but industry leaders argue this would entrench incumbents and reduce consumer choice. Proponents say properly backed stablecoins can strengthen financial stability and expand access for underserved communities. With implementation rules still being drafted, the flight has shifted to the fine print, where the outcome could decide who dominates the U.S. stablecoin market in coming years. ARK keeps buying crypto-exposed stocks. Cathie Wood's ARK Invest has continued to buy crypto at a fast pace, adding approximately 21.2 million of Bullish, the CoinDesk's parent company, and 16.2 million of Robinhood. The purchases extend to a multi-day accumulation despite market volatility in crypto equities. ARK has previously been limited to fund caps, but is now increasing exposure, betting that favorable regulatory momentum and growth in tokenization will boost long-term revenues. The buys follow Bullish is a company. The buys follow Bullish's high-profile New York Stock Exchange debut and positions ARK to benefit from renewed interest in digital asset-linked financial platforms. Illinois tightens exchange and ATM rules. Illinois has enacted 2 new bills establishing stricter oversight of cryptocurrency exchanges and Bitcoin ATMs. The legislation introduces stronger consumer protections and disclosure requirements while aiming to maintain the state's competitiveness in fintech innovation. Governor J.B. Pritzker said the rules are designed to reduce scams and increase transparency without driving businesses away. With federal regulations still pending, Illinois' framework could serve as a model for other states looking to balance innovation and oversight in the digital asset sector. And this is an interesting one. Stacks momentum. The Stacks Foundation has formally launched Stacks Labs, a new entity tasked with managing a 5-year endowment to accelerate ecosystem growth. Alex Miller, CEO of Hero, will serve as interim head while the lab's launch and endowment are confirmed. ChainCatcher reports that the Stacks ecosystem has surpassed 600 million in TVL and that the endowment totals 500 million STX. Figures are not yet verified by primary sources, and the endowment does not hold 500 million STX, but it is going to accumulate 500 million STX over the next 5 years with the adjustment in stacking emissions. The initiative aims to fund developer grants, DeFi incentives, and Bitcoin Fi expansion, underscores Stacks' ambition to scale as Bitcoin's leading smart contract layer. That is our news. I do want to just real quick head over to zeroauthority.com/bounties. Guys, there's a ton of bounties on here. If you don't know, it's zeroauthority.com/bounties. There are so much going on. I'm just going to filter out the open bounties. You have this on the left. New bounty by Screen Fiends, Bobby Chisel, and their layers.xyz. By the way, if you have not gone over there yet, check out layers.xyz. We got a Welsh bounty, Dogcoin and Dogtails going on. We got DroidX Leo, UAP, Leo, Anwa STX Saga. I'm not familiar with that one. That's a new one I missed. StackingDAO, Shark. There's more. Welsh Vibes. Leo, again, Leo's got 1 million bounties. Guys, there's so many opportunities to participate in the ecosystem right now. Bounties is where it's at. Check them out. And then also, I actually want to get back to my thing because I forgot to mention our calendar for the day. Shout out StackingDAO. Shout out bitflow. Oh, ETFs, by the way, down. Net outflows. 523.3 million in net outflows for Bitcoin yesterday, 422.2 million net outflows for Ethereum yesterday. Yesterday was a red day, if you didn't notice. And That's why. It's because the ETFs are a little overexposed, overbought. They bought into the top, and so they're adjusting. Here is your schedule for today. Great show with Binta. You guys should be turning into whatever morning every day. It's the way to get your vibe started. This show we do every Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. We bring you the news, the information, guests, conversation. At 9:30, Xenitron comes on and plays Find to Earn rounds with us, sponsored by Rucoin, Leocoin, Bitcoin Pepe, Flat Earth, Bob token, STX AI, Droid, the Nakamoto 1 Droid token, and once a week we get visited by an unidentified aerial phenomena. The UAP token comes and does a weekly show as well, weekly game round. So lots of opportunities to earn, plus our Skullcoin sponsored STX jackpot round with I think there's 30 STX in the round today because no winner yesterday. At 11 a.m. is the Zest Town Hall with the advisor and GPSC, Leo Art Space from the Leocoin Art handle with Mel, Rubes, and Reese. At 3 p.m. is Bitcoin's Building on Bitcoin with Bitflow, Diego, and Samisa, and Big Mac. Rounding out the crew. Always a great time. I will be in both of those, by the way, Zest Town Hall and the Building on Bitcoin show. I should be able to also tune into the Leo Altcoin space as well, although I don't think I'll be on stage. I will definitely be tuning in. All things crypto at 5:30 with Dave and Landy, and at 7 p.m. we got it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right now, so limited time. Get out, join GPSC with friends, Jack, Crypto Dude, Darth Dude, Ace, all the chads come on and join. Get out there, and if you guys have a show and we're not shouting you out, all you have to do is go over to deorganized.media, get yourself set up with a basic account, let us know about your show, we'll get it on the calendar, and then you just go in and add your episodes. If you have a show, by the way, and you have episodes and we're not shouting you out, but you're on the calendar, you just got to go in there and add your episodes every week. So that's what's going on in the ecosystem. So much happening, so much to get involved in. Real quick, I just want to shout out our amazing sponsors. We are very, very fortunate to have some great sponsors and marketing partners on the organized. StackingDAO is the leading liquid staking platform for the Stacks network. StackingDAO is changing the game by letting users earn up to 10% APY on their STX while keeping their assets liquid. Unlike traditional staking, their unique design means no minimums and users start earning rewards immediately. So there are zero switching costs when moving from other stacking pools. Plus, you've got options. Choose to get your rewards in STX or SBTC, whatever fits your strategy. I use both. If you want to start earning your yields today, head over to stackingdao.com and jump in. StackingDAO is where liquidity meets opportunity. And Bitflow is the top DEX on Stacks, letting you trade native BTC, STX, SBTC, USDC, runes, and more, all in one place by aggregating prices on Alex, Arcadico, and Valar, the best prices. And recently, Bitflow rolled out Flex Pools, launching with STX to support liquid staking assets, offering flexible deposits, smarter rewards, and deeper liquidity over at bitflow.finance. By the way, that means no impermanent loss on your stablecoins, on your liquid staking assets for STSTX, soon USDH, SUSDH, over at bitflow.finance. And that is the news. I'm going to bring on the homies. We got GPSC in the house.
Good morning.
Good morning, my brother. How you doing today?
Hanging in there, man. That's all we can do, right? A little chop sideways, but
we knew that was coming. If you watched Deorganized, you knew it was coming. What's up, 300? How you doing today, brother? The AI assassin himself. You with us?
Good morning.
He might have his.
Good morning.
He might have his. Hey, there he is. And we have a couple of great guests this morning. How you doing, Hunter?
Oh, good. I saw that my mic wasn't selected in the settings. So, yeah, I'm here doing so well and good to be here.
Right on. Guys, I'm super psyched. We have representatives from Agent Hustle, and we know Jack has been talking about this for 2 weeks, really, since they came on the Bitflow show. a couple weeks ago, the building on Bitcoin. So it was literally 2 weeks ago today that we first heard about this. And Jack has been just all over the place talking about it. He's super in love with it. I cannot wait to hear from these guys. We have Adam McBride and Jake Gallen from Agent Hustle. Good morning, gentlemen. Thank you for joining us today. How are you?
Hey guys.
What's good, guys? Thanks for having me. It's bright and early, almost 6 a.m. where I'm at, so it's a little dark on my screen, but happy to be here.
That's all right. You look good, brother. You look good.
Thanks.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming in early. I'm a little bit of an old guy myself, so like I can't sleep past 5 a.m. no matter what I do. Like sometime in my mid 40s, it just started happening.
Oh, I think we're on the same path, including the dogs barking in the background. I got the dog, I got my pig, my cat's all in my business. It's
nice, very
that's
nice.
what life is like, man.
Yeah, we got Buddy the Wonder Pup. He's in that backyard, but he's barking because he wants us to come play with him.
Heck yeah.
And I can't because I got a show to run, unfortunately. But welcome, guys. Welcome. So why don't you guys give us a brief overview of what Agent Hustle is?
Adam, you do it.
Yeah, it's a little early for Jake. He hasn't had his coffee yet. The Agent Hustle, really, if you think about it, and I know, we're on a Bitcoin show, so Bitcoiners are really the type of people.
We're on a crypto show.
Well, speak to your audience, right? The audience is I can sense the Bitcoin in the room. I think at the core, what Hustle is a way for normies to integrate with crypto. And I think like top level, what Hustle is taking away this kind of wallet layer, which we've been sold as like, oh, the best thing to do is pound your seed phrase into a steel plate, and that's the way crypto is going to happen. I think for most people, that's not going to happen that way.
No.
And what Agent Hustle is like basically an intelligence layer that sits on top of crypto rails. So what Emblem Vault, our underlying technology, does is basically a wallet on every blockchain. And what Hustle can do is basically enable the user to just, through a chat interface, manage all their crypto across all blockchains. That's like the high level what it does. Right now he's on Solana. So you can actually just input like, hey, let's come up with a strategy. You come up with a strategy, he'll execute that strategy for you. So conditional trading, he can do that. He's coming to Bitcoin. We're working on ETH right now. I think ETH is probably going to be done this week. So ETH, Base, you'll be able to just interact with a chat interface, a very, very intelligent chat interface who can help you trade and manage your portfolio. I think, it's very early in this game. I think there's probably really Bankers, the leader. If you guys saw, Bankers been integrated into Coinbase,
yes.
Coinbase Wallet. I think Hustle, certainly on Solana, we're the leading one on Solana, and we'll get on Bitcoin real quick. We'll be the leading one on Bitcoin real quick. And I think what it does, broader picture, is just allow users to interact with all these chains in a way that feels natively comfortable to them. There's more than a billion people using ChatGPT or equivalent right now. We think that's the best way forward for just interacting with blockchains. And so we just see it as an incredible opportunity for some of these chains that are kind of like walled off. Like, how do I get to Stacks? Maybe most people don't know how to get there. How do people get to whatever, AVAX, Cardano? People don't want to do that, right? They don't want to download the special wallet and stuff. This is just a seamless way to just interact with those chains in a way that users are comfortable with. That's the long version. I got a short one.
Oh, that's great. Well, you know what? It's a broad tool. I think it warrants that. That wasn't that long for us.
At the core, like Jake would say, like that's me talking to like normies and how you could use it today. You go to agenthustle.ai, you go use him today, and he works, right? Jake would say the larger opportunity is right. The larger opportunity is we're going to be an AI router. So anybody who wants that intelligence layer can just hook into Hustle and have the wallet access across all blockchains, right? And so it gives kind of these products and teams who want to build on top of that intelligence layer, they'll be able to plug right into Hustle. That's kind of the larger vision for us as a company about where this is going to go, which is just be like that infrastructure piece, which is kind of the core of what we do at Emblem Vault.
So you're looking to be chain agnostic, AI agent portal or
Yeah.
platform for users to learn about crypto opportunities and strategize complex trading strategies.
And manage the crypto. Yeah. So the agent himself will help you manage and execute your trades. I'll put it like in a for a simple, like if you're on Bitcoin, right? You know that Bitcoin's slow. So if I want to sell my puppet, and roll that puppet money into, I don't know, a bunch of Bitcoin frogs, right? I know that stuff is going to take me time. It's not going to be like 5 minutes to do this transaction, right?
So wait, it'll also do NFT ordinal trading.
Absolutely. So you'll be able to say, hey, wait, sell my my puppet at 10% above floor. And once you sell it, execute and buy me 3 Bitcoin frogs at floor, right? Or something like that, which something, I'm just giving you like very basic examples, right?
No, but that's really awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, totally.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we have this vision that this next cycle, as we leave kind of the attention cycle where the focus was on meme coins and social-fi and live streaming and etc., we're going to be moving into what's called the intelligence era, right? Where there's going to be a lot of focus on intelligence like applications, whether this is like AI terminals, we have info-fis like become a whole meta. And then as well, we're going to be moving into this interoperability world where intelligence, I think, kind of makes that a little bit sexy because interoperability has mostly been this like web extension wallet experience Adam was talking about earlier. You have to go and download a new wallet, and then you have to go figure out how to bridge, and you have to click 30 buttons to figure it out. Where these AI agents are going to be doing or moving these assets across chain for you. So for the typical user themselves, they're never going to get into that experience. They've shown for the last 10 years since web extension wallets have existed, they don't want to participate in that. And so there has to be something new for users to come play if we want to onboard the rest of the world. And as Adam had said, there's about 1 billion subscriptions that are being utilized per day across the world for AI applications, whether this is like Grok, ChatGPT, whatever. Whereas in crypto, there's about 30 to 50 million active users per month. And the majority of those people being exchange users, never actually having to deal with anything on chain. So something like Agent Hustle can make it just easy to flip between Stacks and Solana and Base with a click of a button, where you don't actually have to download 20 different wallets. You just have one experience and a bunch of different wallets that's powered by Emblem Vault. And then the AI will find the opportunities for you. And that's really what's exciting. We're still a little bit early, and we're actually kind of brushing up against some of what the max capabilities of what these AI models can do on chain. But when I got into crypto 10 years ago, I thought crypto moved fast. The AI space moves even faster than what crypto does. So I suspect here in the next year or so, you'll see a lot of this being synonymous across most applications. And what Adam means by the AI router, these are the B2B services, because we have this belief that over the next few years, every application in crypto is going to have an AI strategy of some sort. Just as like in the traditional fintech world and tech world, you see Meta and all these companies basically having this oh shit moment, spending $20 billion on AI applications and AI services, AI employees, because they don't have a strategy. And crypto is going to have the same exact thing. So we're building Agent Hustle in a way for any application, whether this is like a swap tool on stacks like bitflow, or it's something like Polymarket. You basically take Agent Hustle, you white label it, and you can put it into your DeFi product, your NFT marketplace, your Telegram bot, whatever, for anybody to use. Because I have to say, running an AI company on the back end is very expensive and is quite complicated. And for the majority of people, that's not something they're going to want to do.
So as we're building out our deorganized media platform, which is still like alpha, beta, like new, we could potentially bring in with the API plugin so that content creators on our platform could potentially offer that as an add-on for people hitting their page or something. They can get access to it.
Yeah, exactly. There's kind of two ways to look at it. And we have two different user bases as Agent Hustle. We call them the traders and the analysts. With our API, you get everything you see on agenthustle.ai, you get in one single API, but you can actually build or add your own APIs or tools on top of it. So whenever we go and add stacks, right, you'll get all the Solana stuff, you'll get all the stack stuff, you could do swapping, but there's also this whole analytical side, because right now with Agent Hustle, we have a handful of users who use them for quote unquote trenching. This is things like, hey, Agent Hustle, scan pump fund for the last 3 days of tickers that have been deployed. Look for tokens that have over $1 million market cap, X amount of holders, blah, blah, blah. Please find it and buy it and sell it at these kind of prices. That's all in like one single prompt. But the vast majority of people, or at least all of our power users, don't actually ever issue a single trade on the platform. They just use him to source alpha, create strategies using his memory, utilize various tools for different API sources, and kind of use him as an interactive analyst. And I assume a majority of platforms who are going to integrate AI companions in the future are going to be in this realm where it's more of like a clippy AI assistant on your platform that never actually has to introduce any type of trading, but is related to the platform to answer things for about the news, right? Or maybe Agent Hustle will summarize all of the conversations that you've had, for a deorganized media or for the show, and then the users could come in and talk with Agent Hustle to then expand on the different sources of news that you've kind of relayed through it. So an interactive AI companion is kind of like the best way to describe it.
That's awesome, dude. That's so crazy. I want to actually, the legend of Stacks Legends is here with us, Jack Binswitch. I think you guys know Jack.
Just a bit. Just got to meet him and talk with him over the last month. Man is devoted and all about the hustle, and we appreciate it. And it's exciting to see people who see the vision as well across not just like Stacks or across Solana, but where this whole industry is going, which is a vision that Emblem has shared for over 10 years at this point.
No, it's true. It's an honor to get to talk to you guys. What we try to teach everybody who listens or watches or reads any of our content is we tell them, look, don't pay attention to today. Figure out what you see today and how it's going to apply down the road. We call that being ahead of the curve, right? So we tell everyone stay ahead of the curve. So like the first time I saw Agent Hustle and used it, I was like, oh man, this is outrageous. Like, so the first thing you want to do is say, okay, how do I take this machine and pair it with my understanding, my abilities, my strengths, and how do we take and lever up what we do in this space and make it better? And so the product market fit for that is infinite, right? I mean, at the end of the day, everybody wants to do that. Even if they don't articulate it, you want to do better than you did yesterday. And to have that kind of lever at your disposal is massive. And so, yeah, like the actual, this is where the industry is going anyway. And for something that's in beta to be this good is insane. Like, so the first AI crypto thing I ever used was BankerBot. I was like, okay, this is kind of neat. This is kind of novel. And then, literally within 24 hours, I see Agent Hustle and I'm like, oh, this is insane. Like it's like checkers and chess. It might be like tic-tac-toe and chess. Like it's not even on the same page, right? Like, so where we go from here. So that immediately I was like, okay, everybody in Stacks has to know about this, because what I think is going to happen as a result of the work that you guys are doing and people who are doing in general in the AI and where it intersects with crypto is I think you're going to see quality stand out more than anything else. You guys, everyone here understands what it was like to be brand new to crypto or be on crypto Twitter and be like, oh, look, this guy with 300,000 followers says I need to buy this vaporware and I'll be rich. And you do that 100 times, get wrecked. And quality like that meta is already dying, right? Like you're already starting to see InfoFi try to chip away at that and make something better. But AI is really going to be the thing that changes this I believe, and so it's going to direct people to quality, and it's going to make things easier. It's going to take away the learning curve, and Stacks benefits from that especially. I think that building on Bitcoin in general it means quality if it's executed correctly, and yeah, so obviously super bullish, and again, like, great job with everything. And yeah, I became a power user overnight. And that's not going to change.
You did, man. You came in full force. You see the vision, and this is something that I generally recommend most people in crypto whenever they're experimenting with Agent Hustle. I say to use all of the AI products, like really kind of understand the differences. It'll really help you understand the build between monolithic builds, modular builds, how good are these AIs, and also what's your strategy. Because when I look at what's going to happen over the next 2-3 years, I really try to hammer this point home that there are currently 1 billion people using AI on a daily basis, or at least 1 million services, right? And when these people come into crypto, they're going to know how to be experts and expert prompters. And if you're a crypto person who's not familiar with AI, you're going to lose your edge. And all of the normies are going to be the ones that have the edge in trading, and you're going to be left behind. And we see this happen in crypto so often. When there's a new technology, the previous generation doesn't want to adopt it, right? Like, for example, the biggest difference that I see is like the OGs who never got into NFTs. That was kind of like the progression into the culture of crypto where it is today. And you just see this like stark difference between somebody who was an OG in crypto who has no idea what the NFTs were, and then the people who are, and just the skills and understanding and edge is just completely different. You see this happen time and time again. Like, even the people who didn't get into meme coins, you don't have to like meme coins, but if you don't understand meme coin culture, you're generally going to miss out on the rest of the new technologies that happen. And with AI, once that wave does come, you don't want to be behind. You want to be at the same skill, if not better skill, than all these more normies who come in, or else you're just going to fall behind. Go ahead, Adam.
I was going to say, Jack, I do appreciate the support. And I think you're totally right. It's like, we've been in crypto long enough to know if you do a little bit of friction, or you feel a little bit of friction, you're probably in the right space, right? You're actually early to something. The funny thing is with AI, and Jack, your experience is awesome. It's like, the funny thing is that little friction of like logging into Agent Hustle for the first time, which takes 15 seconds. Actually, there's no friction after that. You're actually rewarded immediately. And that's like the first time, most thing, I don't know, whatever. It's ordinals, right? Ordinals was nothing but friction to get into ordinals early, right? Whoa. This is like the thing. It's like
kind of friction.
This is like the least amount of friction ever. And there's really, to Jack's kind of point, it's like there are we've estimated maybe 1,500 or 2,000 people using AI to help them in crypto right now. Like, it's nobody. It's like nobody. You can be one of the first couple thousand to use this technology in crypto, and it's actually easy to use. That's the kind of real difference from like all this other stuff, which has been kind of clunky in crypto's past. This is actually like the future of crypto, and I appreciate Jack for being early and giving it some love, man.
Well, here's the reality. Or real quick, piece. Like, I do stuff all over crypto, but I've mainly been in Bitcoin now for a long time. Stacks. I was early adopter to ordinals. Don't pay much attention to Solana. Because of Agent Hustle, I've found like 4 different bags on Solana that I'm just holding on to that I know are going to just absolutely explode. I would have not have found these otherwise. Like, right now, you can go do this. You just put a little work in. I'm not going to tell you what they are. I'll tell you guys, but I'm not going to tell the audience. You just go ahead and let it do what it's going to do. But you're right. I like what you said, Jake, because that was one thing I thought of too, is like, how many more people know how to use LLMs than know how to I think we talked about this on Deorganized, actually, GP. Know how to use LLMs versus know how to use a crypto wallet. And that's not just your edge, but that's also your like mainstream adoption of crypto right there. I think every one of us had that experience where you're like, okay, what's this crypto stuff? What's this big long address? And if I screw this up, I lose my money. Wait, what the shit is this? Like my grandma will never use this to agent hustle, right? And you've taken all that complexity, abstracted it away. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like that's the the difference that abstracting that little bit of giving the people that are completely green, brand new, right? You bring your mom, your dad, your grandma, getting rid of all of the barriers for entry is what AI is capable of for onboarding, right? Like we're going to be able to execute DeFi strategies. We're going to be able to um, identify the plays, all of it, just through LLMs. So I feel like you're right what you said about the space, Jake. It's fast. We have an AI guild in Stacks that has been exploring different LLMs, different tooling, and all that stuff, and it's accelerating at such a fast pace. It's hard to keep up with all
It's
of it.
insane how fast it is. Actually, it's bananas. Like everything is just iterating and iterating and iterating. Like we can't keep up with the human brain.
If you guys think about it just for a second, like what's the thing, even today, what's the thing that like every meme coin wants? Every meme coin wants to get on an exchange. Why is that? Why do they all want to get on an exchange? Just because they believe that all these normies are living on the exchange and it's a frictionless experience for them to buy a rune, to buy dog, to buy any meme coin, right? Because they know that that person's not going to go and download a Xverse wallet and get on Bitcoin, right? And this is that opportunity to reach those normies on crypto native rails, right? It's not on a centralized exchange. This is actually user-owned wallets, actually native. I mean, this is what, us in crypto, this is what we want. We want people to actually own their assets, and this is a real way for them to do it and actually be better than exchanges.
So let's walk through. Let's tell our audience, how do they get started? What's the first step to get involved in this? Our audience is obviously largely crypto functional, so they already have wallets and everything. And I'm assuming that doesn't have to be the case. You guys can onboard people that don't have wallets. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah. Go to agenthustle.ai and you can sign in with your social accounts with Google or with Twitter, or you could sign in with a Web3 wallet, so like Phantom or MetaMask. You sign in, it takes about 10 seconds, and then you're just there. You could start prompting the LLM. The on-chain transactions right now are just Solana, so if you want to actually trade, you'll have to deposit Solana or an SPL token into the platform itself. You get a little vault ID, you get an address, you deposit, and you're off to the races. It's actually a very simple experience. Granted, it's still very early, right? So there are errors. The agents still do hallucinate from time to time. So you still definitely need to practice proper safety and proper verification and ensure the stuff, right? Like that you want the right transactions, but quite simple. And so, yeah, we've had, handful thousands of users come in. We just launched our V3 last month. Since our V3 launch, we've had about 1,300 unique prompters. These are actual real people. It's not just like somebody who visited the website and left. These are like people who actually went in and hit multiple prompts and started actually using the platform. So this is what Adam means by like you're early. Like we're not a team. Like we've been in the industry 10 years. That Emblem's been around forever. We know that inflating numbers and talking about like crazy untrue numbers is not a way to onboard a culture and a community. So we try to keep things authentic to the exact amount that it is, because you want you want the people who are using your platform to feel like they were there early, building culture, building community. So just a few thousand people actively using this stuff, at least for Agent Hustle, which I think is one of the most used current AI terminals in the industry. Banker is also up there as well, and there's a few other ones. But with Agent Hustle, it's quite simple. The three kind of main applications or main tools of Agent Hustle is his memory, his toolbox, and his conditional engine. These are all three tools that we built out, or apps that we built out custom, which we're going to be able to apply to things like Stacks or to EVM or to Ordinals or to Tron or whatever chains we go on to add. All those chains will have those three components, which is what makes Agent Hustle great and special.
Awesome. Mel, I see you unmuted, but real quick, I just want to say, so I actually tried to play around with this with my Magic Eden wallet on my phone, and I was getting an error for connecting, and I just didn't have the time to keep playing. I didn't have the time to keep playing around with it, and that's just because I have too much on my plate. But it actually occurs to me now that it might make more sense for me to just set up an account connected to my Google, and then I will have my own Solana wallet account address, and I can just send it into there instead of trying to connect with my wallet.
Yeah, this is why we added the social features. It's also a lot more interoperable if you want to go back between mobile and desktop, right? What I've learned with, this is just like a technical thing, but signing in with different Web3 wallets through the mobile experience has issues. It's like, you know, Phantom has like its own browser experience. These app stores are banning crypto apps. So we added the social features so that if you sign in with your X account, whether you're signing in with your browser on your mobile phone or you're using desktop, it's the same exact account. It's frictionless. There's no issues. And it's also just a lot faster process. And again, it goes back to the original thing. We're building this for the bell curve, right? First, right now, it's the bell curve of the average crypto user who knows crypto, but doesn't have to sit in front of it, but doesn't want to sit in front of a screen all day, click buttons, you know, navigate the trenches.
Right.
And those
it would also give an added, so instead of actually connecting my wallet directly to the app, I'm just having a wallet created within the app that's designated for the app, and I can just send funds in there instead of worrying about which wallet was I connecting this time, which wallet was I connecting that time, or creating a wallet so that I'm not putting my wallet with all my funds connecting to an app. So it actually seems like that makes a lot of sense doing it that way.
Mm-hmm.
This might just be anecdotal, but I've found with mobile, OKX works great for me. I haven't really had any issues. And guys, if you're watching this and you want to, you know, like just play around with Agent Hustle and you don't really know where to start, in the Rue Discord on Thursdays, we've just started last week, where we're just playing around with it, just showing you how to prompt this, that, and the other. There's people in the hustle community that can really like take this to a whole different level, right? Where you can learn some good stuff. But just to get started, and just like as an onboarding experience, just follow my account, follow Hunter's account, follow GP. We'll put that information out, and you can just come chill and we'll play around with it a little bit and get you onboarded.
So awesome to see the prompting community starting to proliferate. We have a few kind of mega prompters or power users who have some quite crazy strategies in terms of literally paragraphs of input of they're also uploading images and screenshots and figuring out all this stuff. And a lot of people are hitting like pretty big winners, and they're applying it to many subsections of Solana. You know, the one question I present a lot is, and we're going to find out over the next few months as we add more chains, is do the users create the demand on the platform for the tokens, or is the AI the one that's creating the demand, right? So like, for example, here, when we go in and add, you know, smaller ecosystems like Stacks, for example, or just hard to reach kind of ecosystems, when you have, 1,000 users who are using Agent Hustle on Stacks, is he recommending the same token for everyone to buy, which is then creating the demand, right? Or is it the users who are coming in and looking for specific things, which then is creating the demand, right? But at the end of the day, if you have one agent who's recommending the same stuff to everybody, right, then that creates speculation in the market, which then makes, you know, the number go up. When the number goes up, obviously more users come in and rush. And then it could just be like a giant onboarding experience to a lot of these kind of quote unquote hard to reach ecosystems, which is really just like, it's just a few extra steps to get into, but most people just don't want to have to figure it out.
That's why I was immediately like, we got to get this on Stacks, guys, because it just makes, if we have it on Stacks, it makes Stacks so much easier for people to find Stacks and use Stacks. And we're already in the ecosystem, you know, we're already going to have like SBTC on Solana and on Sui anyway. So then I start thinking, man, just think about the different LP strategies you could create around Bitcoin, multi-chain with different, you know, and I was like, yeah, we have to do this. We have to get this here now, because you can see what this will ultimately mean in the future. But it's massive, because, you know, you go from being like this kind of boutique, like you say, hard to reach chain if you're not just like a crypto guy, to, hey, this is your best option. and you might find all kind of demand there. Or you just, you mess with your agent. You're like, okay, like I've got my agent to where, I have different categories, like find me just like the shittiest of pump fund shitters, that have been released within the last 15 minutes to like, okay, here's like your stuff that's probably going to do better long term. We've got, a couple 100 million market cap, what have you. But being able to find like Arch, for instance, Arch Network's going to mainnet pretty soon. That's another platform that's going to be, making Bitcoin more usable and bringing more DeFi to Bitcoin. I don't have time right now to fully understand Arch like I just Stacks, but I want to be able to take my agent and be like, hey, what's going on Arch right now? I want to see what the opportunities are.
Totally.
And that's huge.
Totally. Yeah, for all these smaller communities, smaller chains, I think it's a game changer. We've already seen it even this cycle, like the last 6 months. There's been, just in meme coins, right? It's been like, I don't know, Charles Hoskins' pig, Nike is trending on Cardano, and the meme coins running. It's like, well, how am I going to buy that? I mean, I don't even know. Like, I'd like to have it, and I'm early to it. I just saw it. It's a minute ago. But how am I going to get on Cardano? Like, this is never going to happen. I don't even want to, right? But I would like to, right? So I think for crypto natives, this is like going to be a really nice unlock beyond just what the normies kind of are looking for.
That's so true, man. Like, okay, do I really want to go figure out how to download this wallet, deal with another seed phrase?
Bro, the answer is no.
The answer is no, but if you are looking for a fantastic wallet for Cardano, Tokyo Wallet.
That's funny.
Now soon to be integrating Sui along with Bitcoin and Cardano.
We did meet those guys. We met those guys in Vegas.
We did too. That's how we met. Steve, Guido, and Chase. They came on the show a couple weeks ago. Good dudes. Interesting.
Good dudes. I think in Vegas, I tried to convince them that their business was over if they didn't get into AI, but they didn't want to do it. They're like, no, wallets are fine. I'm like, no, you're not fine, bro. I'm like, the five wallets that I have on my browser bar, they're all going away, bro. If you don't lean into AI agents, man, trust me.
We have to abstract it away. We're not getting retail adoption with seed phrases.
I mean, they get the multi-chain, but a lot of people, and I've talked to Jan from Xverse as well, and I'm like trying to hit him. I'm like, bro, this is important. You got to lean in. But, sometimes it takes a little bit of time, and it takes use cases for people to see the future. And I think that's what we're trying to do here is build these use cases out where it's going to click for these guys over the coming, 6 months. A year. Definitely.
It's going to click. It's hard to change your mind when you've built in a certain direction for a while, but the writing is on the wall. This has to be abstraction has to happen. And it seems like you guys found out how to do it without doing it within the current paradigm, because it really shouldn't be in the current paradigm. It should be AI related.
Yeah. I mean, the current paradigm is, okay, I have a wallet. Let's just make the wallet have a bunch of chains in it. Right. And that's just like, it's just not, it's not it. It's not it. No. Because it doesn't connect me into the ecosystem at all. It doesn't allow me to research the ecosystem at all. You're just kind of walled. Okay, my Phantom wallet now has Sui. Okay, how do I get money onto Sui?
Right.
What's the native token? Is it Sui? I don't even know.
Are you guys gonna have like right now? I can send my Solana from one. I can create my wallet and send my Solana in. But I have to assume that at some point you guys are going to have a fiat on-ramp functionality on there.
Yeah, you would. I mean, you would like to, right? There's services like MoonPay who offer this. So we will like to integrate it. We're going to start on chain. And this is when you get into like kind of fun design work for this, because there literally is no template, right? So you're essentially creating the future here. Right. So you have to kind of add a cross-chain swap at first, right? So like when we add like, let's say like you have Solana, Stacks, and Base, right? You have basically 3 different networks. So it's like, how does the agent swap between these things, right? How does the terminal look? Are these all segmented? Like, right? So there's a lot of kind of fun design decisions here, and it's going to be real interesting. But the whole thing is to make it just as simple and frictionless as possible. A few buttons and you're on the way. And then with the USD on ramp, for example, right? You could do this manual thing like with MoonPay, where they have this on ramp, or you could go look into kind of these future models where we were looking at something like Cash App, who has an MCP server where you can actually have the agent go in and open a bank account with Cash App, right? And so like, yeah, and
Wait a minute.
so
So you could actually have your fiat on ramp and off ramp right into your own banking account.
we could integrate it with Agent Hustle. Yeah, I haven't gone too deep in it, but there is like an MCP service that Jack offers with Cash App. So you can basically just have the bank, or you can have Agent Hustle on Bitcoin, convert your Bitcoin into your Cash App bank account, because you can actually open a bank account with Cash App, and you could do that all literally through prompting.
I just want to give everybody the heads up at 9:30, which we're slightly past the time, but he hasn't arrived yet. But we have a game show segment. The game master comes on. We play find to earn rounds. It's really awesome. You guys are welcome to stay and participate. Do not feel obligated.
Okay.
But we're gonna have to have you guys on again, because I feel like there's a lot more to unpack on this project. When your guys are available, obviously. I know. I just want to be
They're all over X, like it's on Spaces, all in streams all day long.
We're all over. Yeah, Adam does like 10 shows a day. So
this is just really awesome stuff. I can see why Jack is so excited. I think what you guys are doing here is really awesome. It's next level stuff, and we definitely got to get you guys onto Stacks.
yeah, that's the goal. We talked with a few people from the Stacks Foundation. We actually just started expanding. So we've been on Solana for the financial instrument side since March. It took us a few months to kind of figure out what's the right blueprint for this stuff. And now, as of this week, we started building out kind of the EVM side of things. That's the simple one. That's where more chains are. And then after that, it's going to be expanding into things like Bitcoin and Stacks and some of the quote unquote hard to reach areas, to get these things stood up and to make it a lot easier. So I see a lot more expansion from here on into the rest of the year, and we'll see what's the right opportunities. We have a few partners that we've agreed with or signed with to try to explore some of these ideas. And Stacks, we would love to support that. So once we do get into it, right, we'll have to figure out what are the right protocols to integrate, what are the main ones. The one thing that we've noticed is every chain has a DEX and AMM that's popular, but it's like, what are the other kind of popular DeFi protocols and tools that are native to the ecosystem? For example, on Polygon, right, prediction markets are super popular. When you go over to Abstract, it's something a little bit more native to like NFTs. When you go over to Base, it's something a little bit more native to like traditional financial instruments and things of that nature. So when you go over to Stacks, right, you're going to add a bitflow, and then we'll look to see kind of what else there is. And then you also need to find
StackingDAO, Zest.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's also there's a ton of them. Yeah, a ton of them. Velar, Alex. There's a lot of platforms and a lot of protocols on the Stacks is obviously Bitcoin DeFi focused. With SBTC and all of that stuff. But we also have a ton of like user apps too, like Skullcoin gaming, BoostX, some functionality there. There's some gaming development there. So we got all sorts of stuff going on Stacks. It's really a broad thing. I gotta get into the next segment, but
No problem, guys.
I love what you guys are working on. Give us a final word before we transition to find to earn.
Good.
Yeah, I would just say best thing to do is just try it. Just use it. Like Jack said, just jump in. It's agenthustle.ai. You can find it there. If you run into any issues, of course, or whatever, just want to chat. Jake and I are, as they say, terminally online. We're on X all the time. Our DMs are open. So always happy to answer questions and move forward with Hustle.
Awesome. Really, guys, thank you so much for joining us.
You guys.
Feel free to stick around for Find Her. Do not feel obligated. I have to do a quick word from our sponsors before we get into the Find Her rounds. But this has been awesome, guys. Get over to agenthustle.ai, set up an account, start playing around with it, put a small amount of Solana or a big amount of Solana if you got a lot of Solana, and see if you can beat Jack at his game.
Just send me
Thanks,
more
guys.
Solana, and
Yeah.
you know, I'll beat everybody.
Jack, actually, send your Solana to Jack, and he'll take 10% of what he earns. That's probably the best strategy. I think I heard like 3 people actually make that offer to Jack in DM groups. Thank you guys so much. We'll be right back with find to earn rounds, guys. Drop off anytime if you
Thanks,
need
guys.
to, but feel free to stick around, and we will be back momentarily with the Game Master after this word from StackingDAO. Word from bitflow. Game Master has arrived in his true form. How are you today, sir?
Dear mortals, I am fine, as eternal as ever.
Excellent. We have a bunch of rounds for you guys today. We have rounds sponsored by RuCoin, LeoCoin, Bitcoin Cathie, Flat Earth, STXAI, Bob token on Stacks, Nakamoto One's Droid token, and maybe one day this week we will be visited by an unidentified aerial phenomena drone token. So what are we starting with today, sir?
Let's find the bookstore.
We got a Bob. All right, so as we've been doing lately, guys, we drop the first image for live viewers early. I'm going to put that on the screen in a minute. Guys, the first rule of find to earn, share out the live stream. It's important. It's a requirement. If you want to win, you got to share out the live stream. Share out the live stream, and then head over to the Skullcoin BTC page, but not before you see the image we're going to drop on the screen here. This is what you guys are going to be looking for in round 1, sponsored by Bob Token. Huge shout out to Jake Brown, creator of Bob. I also, guys, get over to Fact Fun and burn 1 Bob today. If you aren't participating, you burn 1 Bob every day. You have an opportunity to win over at Fact Fun. And in 5 seconds, I'm going to drop this off. You guys have an advantage by tuning in. 3, 2, 1. That was it. That was your advantage. The game will be launching shortly on the Skullcoin page. Who wants to share their screen this morning?
Okay, the game launching right now, let's go.
If nobody else wants to, I'll do it.
I'll share me.
You're going to do it? All right. Oh, Orange can't share today. That means Orange is at a disadvantage, Hunters. So, you guys got an opportunity.
Anytime Orange is handicapped, jump on that, man.
Yeah, if Orange is handicapped, you guys definitely want to be contributing today. GM Chad, and we got I'm usually pretty. Joshua J. Huida is asking to be added to the whitelist rounds. So we'll get you on there, if not today, soon, sir. Oh, Orange just said he actually is able to participate, so he's going to be going hard. If you guys win, just remember, you earned a win against the master.
Y'all in trouble. You better bring your A games.
Bring it. Guys, Agent Hustle, by the way, man, I was not ready. I was not ready for all of that. It's more than I thought.
When you see me like get that excited about some shit, pay attention. Like,
well, and that goes without saying, but yes, that's true. It's true. All right, so we go over to the Skullcoin page. You're seeing it on the screen now. GP is getting the coordinates. You could also click that link. The share link is right there as well. And you guys make sure you're liking and reposting the game rounds. That is requirement number 2 to participate in Find to Earn.
No, I think it makes me very excited for where the space is headed, man. Just in general, you know. But like, I just don't want to see stacks like fall behind on that meta.
No, we need to get this. I mean, it's similar to the concept that the AIBTC dev guys started out with, although they're kind of more focused on DAOs, from what I understand. But I definitely think that there are opportunities here for the ecosystem to engage with a platform like that. I really hope that we take the opportunity. I think there's more. I think there'll be some interest here for what they're doing.
I think so.
Also,
Yeah, I think
just
that like
reminding
with content
everybody.
creation,
Go ahead, GP.
I was just saying, like with content creation, you can start with the static image that you generate through an AI. You run it through Kling and animate it, and you clean it up with another AI. I think there's going to be a workflow just for defining different alpha, different strategies, using multiple agents. I feel like you can use SAI, the SAI terminal, for example, to identify some yield arbitrage strategies, some complex DeFi, and then maybe connect into the agent hustle. Go find a play, a quick scout, go make some gains, and then you're feeding that back into your SAI to identify the way to deploy your SBTC, for example. So I think there's just going to be a whole loop using multiple agents. I feel like there's a lot there. I feel like it's not like the space is relatively new, using agents to identify different strategies, and it's ever evolving. So I'm excited to see what it looks like down the road.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be the difference between like how it was. I think like how I can relate to it is the way I interacted with crypto between like when I started to about 2019, 2020 was centralized exchanges, or like, perpetual futures exchanges like BitMEX and Durbit, versus how I interacted with crypto from pretty much from here on out, which was mostly like 99% on chain, right? Where you're using things like Uniswap, and now like how we do stuff in the Stacks ecosystem. I think it's going to be like that for people. Like it's just going to change how the majority of people interact with the space.
Yeah, for sure.
I just launched 2 whitelist rounds and we continue discussion.
All right, we did have a winner for that first round.
Yeah, we have winner is the great one. Okay, we launch it in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
That's the whitelist rounds for our new players. Just reminding everybody, we actually do get, we use BoostX to distribute our prizes. We are a huge fan of what Crypto Dude and Crypto Smith are building out with BoostX. We utilize that to send out the prizes for all of these rounds. And we also utilize BNS1 when we're sponsoring a new BNS name for our winners who are new onboarded. You do want to put your BNS name into your X display name so that you can be a recipient when people drop space drops or can want to boost your posts. You have an option there. I think somebody dropped a space drop on the morning show this morning too, by the way. I got a notification that there was a space drop in the middle of the show this morning. All right, so we got the whitelist rounds are up and running. I think Hunter's having some trouble. Hunter, are you back?
Yeah. Did I get it right? I think I found it.
Yeah, it sounds good. I can hear you. Oh, did you get the right salt?
Bob.
You did. I think you did find it. You just weren't first. So again, guys, make sure if you're playing those whitelist games, you got to like and repost the game rounds. We got the whitelist rounds are sponsored by right now. Today's whitelist rounds are sponsored by RuCoin. Ru is the OG community coin, and Leo Coin, the two most OG community coins, the longest running sponsors for Find to Earn rounds, RuCoin and Leo Coin. And our whitelist recipients have an opportunity to win some without the OG players coming in and stealing their lunch. So congratulations to you for your opportunity to win some amazing meme tokens in Ru and Leo Coin. Diamond hand those, by the way. You want to make sure you're holding on to those. Not financial advice, just friendly.
Yeah, we have like strongholders, like Orange is just to hold all the meme coins he wants. So just look on the Orange.
Right. Orange is a great example on how to be in multiple ways.
I believe that it will be a 10x of what I've won at the end of the bull run. So
Right.
100%.
You're already way up on where you were like 3 months ago, aren't you?
yes.
Dude, it pays to pay attention. Like, you know, when people don't stop and think about it, is all of these meme coins that are denominated in STX, what's that actually mean, and what's that actually look like? You know, as Stacks grows, and now being positioned to grow in such a explosive way. Yeah, if you've been paying attention when no one else was, congratulations. Like, hats off to you, man. People gonna be like,
exactly what you said yesterday.
So lucky. Yeah.
So you said yesterday the goal is to get as much as Bitcoin to make it work for you. And I think indeed that is possible through STX, or at least through the attention you have in the STX ecosystem.
Yeah. No, it makes it, you know, Stacks ecosystem makes it easier to get Bitcoin. It's that simple. It provides people, you know, especially as they start to realize, wow, this Bitcoin stuff, it just seems so out of reach. I wish I just had a good way to do this. And like, okay, here's the Stacks ecosystem. It's, you know, it's literally baked into the cake to make it easier for you to get Bitcoin. And then from there, as you add tools and you add things like AI, then you can be like, oh, wow, I can even like build even more complex strategies to get more Bitcoin than I could have otherwise, while also having exposure to this other asset, etc. That's the part that's really going to win. And you know, the longer I'm in the space, the more I realize that things just don't move as fast as you want them to, and it takes a while for people to learn. But I think that's another place where AI is going to make a big difference. You know, people are going to catch on to stuff quicker than they would have otherwise. So if you're not positioned in Stacks right now, I don't want to hear any complaining, you know, when you miss the boat.
That's true. Yeah, you have your opportunity here, so take it. That makes a lot of sense. We got another round coming. Did we get winners for both of those rounds?
Yeah, we have winners. We have new players. Dist 166 and Phoenix. Like these two people won whitelist rounds, and we are ready to launch Flat Earth. Who want to count down?
I haven't heard Jack do a countdown.
5.
All right, 300. That's good. Jack will get the last one.
Let Jack do that. Jack will do the honors.
All right, y'all ready?
We are ready.
With a countdown, look, I can only count
Yes,
one language, so y'all stuck with English. This is what it is.
Yeah, that's
It
great.
sounds a little bit like Melanie's Southern Belle accent.
Let's go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Come on,
Let the hunt
Scott.
begin.
Hello.
Let's go,
Hey.
Andy. Check it out.
Checalo.
Yeah, Trihana, you find the right location with blue car, but it was a hard game. Like better like try to like whitelist games. It's easier. You compete with players who play
Yeah,
like
I'm trying my best
1
here.
year straight. They practice 1 year straight before.
Yeah, I'm getting better soon. I'll get the notes from Orange.
Nice.
It's only a matter of time before 300 is up on that leaderboard. We know that.
Yeah. Now that Hunt is unleashed, like Hunt is just a machine. He is just an absolute machine.
I'm hearing footsteps with his daily updates and his show. Like I'm like, oh man, it's only a matter of time before it's gonna be his show.
Yeah. Like Hunt is an absolute.
Yeah, taking the notes from you guys.
You know what? We're all learning from each other, and that's really the beautiful thing about it. You know, it's a give and take across the board. You know, you provide
what I was
value,
saying
you give us, you know, that video that I created, which I agree is not completely polished, but it's a way ahead of what I could have produced a week ago without access to Gemini and Google VO. And I wouldn't have made the time to play around with it if it wasn't for the work Hunt has been doing and showing and sharing with us, you know, how he's doing it. It's a beautiful thing that's happening in our ecosystem right now, really.
Okay, we have a winner. It's a Digen Hash. Let's play the next game right now. I will count down. We start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Let's go.
Igzu.
Ixu. Monday. Chicalo. Come on, Scan.
We have
Come on, Sky.
26 comments, 25 retweets. Very good.
We're growing.
Yo, these guys are getting better each and every day. Like they find it in less than
Yes,
a minute.
it really
Wow.
is getting harder and harder to win these rounds, especially casually.
Yeah, so what we can do, like we can, first of all, we can launch double rounds, so 2 images. Second of all, we can launch 2 rounds simultaneously, so it's easier.
Yeah, we can. I don't think we need to yet, but that is an option for, like, they are definitely these our players are getting very good, especially our OG regulars, like, and there are a lot of them. You know, we have a lot of people that are regularly playing all the time, so
Right.
it is. Even though we got more rounds, I think we need to make it. We don't want to make it harder to win. But maybe it's
Yeah, for hard round, you always have jackpot round that you can't win, like. You just can't.
I see that this one got found in 46 seconds. These guys are really good.
Yeah, they practice like 1 year. And we
Isaac,
celebrate
can we have
our
a Zen
anniversary soon, like maybe in 1 week, in the end of month currently.
let's go.
I decide maybe we'll make it before on chain game or after. We will decide soon. Because like our own chain game just ready with Polish last things.
And our last 2 rounds, by the way, sponsored by Flat Earth and Nakamoto One's Droid token. Again, some great projects in the space. The projects that last, guys, end up being community focused and building out beyond their tokens. And we have a lot of that here. Every single one of the projects that sponsor rounds for us is doing more than just being a token, you know. And that's really what's great about our community, is that it is very community focused. It's not just about creating a token and hyping value. That's not what it's about.
Yeah, it's about bringing value to ecosystem, bringing value to the token itself, bringing value to the token holders, and so that all of these different things can then add value back to that token, right? I mean, Hana can speak to this, GP can speak to this. We can all speak to this at this point, where you really just want to give people an opportunity who love crypto to find what they want to do in crypto and put that value back into the community. And that's a rarity in this space, but it's not a rarity in stacks, and that's because we help make it that way.
True. We are very fortunate to be where we are and to have the community around us and building in the direction that it is.
100%. Like, so bullish. Like, for real. Even on these days where, the market looks like crap or whatever, I mean, if you understand where we've come from and where we're going, you can't do anything but be bullish.
I just looked at the chart, and we are now around 65 cents. And the top was not even $4. So imagine what the blow off top will be.
Right. Yeah, it's look, people are starting to they're into crypto now, and they're like paying attention, and they're like buying tops, and then they're like, oh crap, so then they're selling and getting shaken out.
Yeah,
If you've been in this game a while, that don't bother you.
So when we launch on Chain Game, I just wait everyone to test the real mainnet version. I just want the opinion, there's some ideas from Jack, from Trihana. Maybe we can make some improvements for future games, because this game is very easy to create. You understand? Like, it's just seed phrases. We just create 10 wallets. I send the prize money before the mint process. 100% of mint process will go to these wallets, and some players or the teams win by unlock the 10 wallets. But maybe we can some improvements, and since like the Jack, the Peace, the GP, the Trihana, Orange, you are all the most creative people I've seen in my life, but I'm dead. Yeah, so that's important. That's important to get like some creativity from you, and we are working like a team.
You know what would be cool? Like, I was thinking about this earlier, and I don't know how it would work yet, because I just started thinking about this. But we're doing so much in stacks with the AI content anyway. And I know that the AI music is like getting better and better. It would be very cool to make like an interactive game where, and obviously Hana inspired this, because I think about beats and I think about music when I think about Hana. Like, that's when we first met. That's what Hana was doing. He was a groundbreaker in that regard. If there was some way where like we could have content that tied into Deorganized, made music, like, whether it was the beats, the lyrics, both together, people voted on what was like the best track made, the best thing made. I don't know. I think there's something there. I think like interactive music development, in an NFT, I think it can be gamified. And it could be great content as well.
Yeah, that's cool idea. Like, I just want everyone to feel what we are building, because the feeling is most important for our human lives. And like the idea with the music, very simple idea for peace love music. For example, one of 10 wallets in future have only like 20 words, and last four words you can receive only on the organized show. Somehow, in music and voice, and like some kind of another game. You got it, yeah?
Yeah. There's got to be something there, man. That'd be fun.
Okay, let's play. We have, because two games more. Okay, Trihana,
You're sharing your screen right now.
What?
Yes, sir. Poshi, Piri, Tatu, Ina, Shano, Let's go, Handy.
Let's go. We are going to
Hi, Jimmy.
Greenland, and there is a Pepe band. Easy game. We make the last games harder.
He looks enthusiastic.
Where is GP going?
I don't think that's GP. GP always wears a hoodie.
The drum corps, though. Don't sleep on the drum
They're
corps.
gonna
They got
go-
the rhythm, guys.
Yeah. So where's the rest of the band?
Like
They've got
we
all
got a rhythm
professional-
like Johnny Cash.
Yes.
Okay.
Man in Black. I see a bit of myself in Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
I feel like Johnny Cash inspired a
Was a
lot.
legend.
You know,
different,
Johnny Cash wore like, I think it was like a size 14 shoe. Like
I saw.
when we were in Nashville, I went to the Johnny Cash Museum, you know, with the family one day. It was cool, man. It's pretty cool. As a big dude, though, you wouldn't expect it. Just like seeing that old footage.
He was tall. He was definitely tall.
He was in the Air Force, right? And what he did is he like intercepted, transmissions via radio and like decoded them. And he was like his unit. He was the guy who like got the reception that Joseph Stalin died. Like that was like a unique piece of Johnny Cash lore. Yeah.
As if he needed another claim to fame.
Right.
I mean, he played with or covered almost everybody and did it well. You know, it just amazing talent across the board, and for decades and decades and decades. Huge shout! I'm a huge fan of Johnny Cash. You know what? Tomorrow morning, on the morning show, we're gonna play some Johnny Cash to open up the whatever morning space.
That works.
Yeah, there is an amazing movie like Breaking the Walk the Line. Yeah, with Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes, that's a great movie too. Captures the essence.
I like this gospel
How
music
tall is
more.
Johnny
It was
Cash?
really dope.
This is the you mean Johnny Cash or the music on the live stream?
Like how tall?
Johnny
He's
Cash.
6'2",
Yeah, Johnny
with
Cash
size 14.
is just next level. He's like, I put it like Johnny Cash 300 right about the same level as far as musical capacity goes.
I don't disagree with that. Yeah. Size 14 is the size that you don't want to get broken off in your ass, honestly. Johnny Cash is a hard ass.
Yeah, seems like this game is somehow hard, but like it's easy really. Hunters, what's going on?
Where are you guys at? They got distracted
There's
by
only
the
a
Johnny
couple-
Cash conversation.
There's only a couple places you can look, really.
We got lost
Okay,
in the
we
ice.
have a winner at it's Defy Dictator because like the other people just find some wrong companies. We need just a band.
Somebody found it though.
Yeah, Defy Dictator is the
DD.
winner.
Let's go, DD. Good job.
Let's go.
All right, so you guys get back to the Skullcoin page.
Okay,
Make-
let's play last game before jackpot.
All right, let's go. Let's get a GP countdown.
Yeah, we are ready. Let's go, GP.
All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Let's go. STX AI game.
Ah, Jimmy.
Hajime.
Let's go.
That dude got johnnycash.id.
Yeah.
And
Notice you
BNS
didn't.
already.
Yeah. Notice you didn't offer me JohnnyCash.btc.
We were going through his
He's a
BNS
BNS
last night.
sniper right there.
Yo, shout out by the
Oh,
way
dude.
to GP and Darth with Darth Charts taking over the Learn TA with Landy slot. Huge shout out to Landy, by the way. I love the man. He's a good friend. And super proud of him on leveling up, getting onto the Goxstein News Network. And much love and much well wishes to him and his endeavor there. I loved doing our Learn TA sessions with him, but I'm glad we're able to cover the content and get the same kind of vibe with Darth and GP. That was a great show yesterday. Looking for more to come from that as well. And we're looking for the STX AI agent right now, guys. Do not forget, like and repost the game rounds, and make sure you share out the live stream if you have not. This helps us grow. It helps us attract more sponsors. It helps us attract more players. The more players we get, the more prizes, the better prizes we can have. We're growing this together, so share out the stream and make sure you like and share the game rounds. This is an interesting one. I like the
Freaking city.
the building motif for the STX AI agent. You know, we usually looking
always
for him
has,
in a.
Yeah, he's just
think-
working like for the stair these buildings. Sometimes he's on vacation. Okay, we just I believe we count this this as a win to Nixie.eth. Okay, Nixie is a winner because he is close enough.
Close enough for the game master.
Yeah, and let's play jackpot round.
All right, we'll get into the jackpot round. That works for me. Guys, get back. We're going to launch the jackpot round in just a few moments.
Yeah, let's wait 1 minute, everyone get back and we play.
Yep. We'll wait 1 minute. And while we're waiting, I'm going to just do a quick word about our amazing sponsors that help us put out the live stream every day. StackingDAO is the leading liquid staking platform for the Stacks network. StackingDAO is changing the game by letting users earn up to 10% APY on their STX while keeping their assets liquid. Unlike traditional staking, their unique design means no minimums and users start earning rewards immediately. So there are never costs when switching from other stacking pools. Plus you get options. Choose to get your rewards in STX or SBTC, whatever fits your strategy. I use both. Want to start earning yields today? Head over to stackingdao.com and jump in. StackingDAO is where liquidity meets opportunity. And bitflow is the top DEX on Stacks. And the reason they're the top DEX is because they let you trade native BTC, STX, SBTC, USDC, runes, and more all in one place by aggregating the best prices on Alex, Arcadico, and Valar. Also, check out Flex Pools. Bitflow rolled out Flex Pools launching with STX, STSTX, soon USDH, SUSDH to support liquid staking assets, offering flexible deposits, smarter rewards, and deeper liquidity. That means no impermanent loss. Get over to bitflow.finance and check them out today. And we are back with our final jackpot round, sir. Are you ready to launch?
Yeah, let's go. We start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Let's go.
30 stacks and we will give you the clue later.
All right. 30 stacks up for grabs right now.
Let the hunt begin. Last game for today. We give you the clue like 5 minutes and the clue in 2 minutes. Just explore the area.
Are we in Africa?
Where is this? Let's see.
We're in Africa, bro. I think.
I think you're ready.
What part of Africa?
Yeah, you are in Cape Town.
Western Cape. Cape Town. Western Cape.
I knew it's Cape Town there.
Have you been? Hannah?
I haven't been to Cape Town. I haven't been to Cape Town. Hopefully, I'm gonna go there soon, and link up with our bro, Reese.
This is around the corner from Reese.
I wonder if we'll see Reese. I'll give a bonus 100 SDX if you guys find Reese on the streets in Cape Town.
Find
You won't
Therese.
find him there. Probably near the,
Find
the sea.
Reese. Reese to earn.
Find Reese.
Reese to earn, dude. Let's go.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
I think we need one from Zimbabwe when you're doing another one. Probably later.
Hana to earn.
Do Hannah to earn.
I'm in. Yeah, I'm in the rounds.
So I'm
Okay,
looking
this
for
game
this
shows
video.
everyone that it's a fair competition, not an easy game. And so we give you the clue in 1 minute. We give you direction where you have to go on the compass. And following the organized show, you can know when you receive the clue.
That's right. The clue is only dropped live, or first dropped live.
Did I miss it?
No, he still has not dropped a clue yet.
Okay, we have to do it right now because it's really hard. The clue, you have to go on the northeast. Northeast from the starting location. We're dropping it right now under the post. Good luck.
So if you're oriented with a regular compass, where north is up to the top of your screen,
Top right.
northeast is to the top right. This is definitely a hard one. There's so many places it could
Yeah,
be. That's really why.
I was looking for a pink building and with that white fence, but it looks like there's a lot of these colored buildings, like the same color. It's like pastel pink.
Beautiful. It looks a lot like Florida, to be honest, and or Vegas. Remember, when it looks similar to when we were out in Vegas.
Yeah,
too.
it does look like Vegas. Everywhere in Vegas looked like a movie. I felt like I was in Casino.
Yeah, roads are nice.
I felt like I was just gonna bump into Robert De Niro.
I wonder how Bobby De Niro's doing these days. He was definitely suffering from a little bit of TDS the last couple of years.
Dude, aren't they all, man? Like,
I'm serious.
talk about, that's what scares me about AI. Like, when you just see how easy it's been able to one-shot people's psyche via social media and mass media, you know, it's going to be even easier now.
Well,
you know?
I have suspicions that a lot of these tools may have been available the last 6 years to certain people with certain,
That's reasonable. Yeah.
you know,
That's true.
I think there was I think
Yeah,
it
can
was,
see that.
it's been being used.
I mean, he's like,
You think the president wants to get out of bed to go do a statement or anything like that? Make an
You think the
appearance?
last
No,
president
it's
got
generated
out of
with
bed?
AI. Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
yeah, that I like that is like scary. Like, I don't know. Like, I think AI is the great filter. If you can't figure out how to breed or think independently, I think you're just fucked. I think your bloodline's done. I think that's going to be an issue.
What do you think AI does to the? What do you think the AI does to the IQ?
I think that it.
Either integrate or
I think like for most people, it's going to lower cognitive abilities based on how they use it. I think it's all in how you use it. But I think the average are going to wind up lowering their cognitive abilities. It's going to be kind of like how many people know how to write English in cursive today versus how many knew how to write English in cursive 20 years ago. I think it's be like that, except for thinking, right? Like why do I need to think? I'll just ask the AI. But yeah.
All right.
This looks just like Vegas.
We don't have a winner yet, I'm assuming.
Yeah, we have a winner. Like, okay, congrats.
We do. All right. Let's see.
Right now, 20 seconds ago. The winner is
Winnie.
Winnie.
Let's go. Let's go. I love when the OGs win. I love when the new players win. I just love people winning. Yeah, that's really that's why I love this
Yeah, and
so much.
that's the beauty of our game. There is only people can win in the era of AI.
Right. You have to be a real player to win. And we have a lot of real players. It really is a great time playing with you guys on the daily basis. Another great episode of Fine to Earn on another awesome episode of the Let's Go Morning Show. And couldn't have done it without you all here with us today. Really appreciate you all very much. Thank you so much, Zenny, for doing these games for us every day. Really excited about what's coming for the seed phrase game and iterating on that, especially if we get the gigabrains on here like GP, Hannah, and Jack ideating on how to make that interesting and cool.
Yeah, remember everyone, you just have to mint one stacks, one NFT, one stacks, just for understand what's going on.
It's one STX, you
Yeah,
get a
one
word,
STX,
and you can
just to leave the feedback.
you get a word that's associated with one of the wallets. You find the people that have other words in that wallet, and you make friends, and you guys find the seed phrase and split the prize. That easy.
Yeah, I think me, Dark Dude, and Crypto Dude are gonna link up and call it the Dude Squad.
Yeah, and like GP,
I'm a
P
dude.
Music can share some words on the organized media.
We're taking Dude Squad applications.
What they are is they're just being ageist piece. Like that's all. It is.
Yeah, you know what? Jack and I are from our own community. We're gonna have blackjack and hookers, right, Jack?
No, I want to be in y'all's club too. No.
Too young.
Yeah, too bad.
Oh man, you guys are the ones being ageist. Then I said applications were open for the Dude Squad.
We're almost old enough to be in the 55 plus communities, bro.
Right.
And it's on.
We're gonna start the AARP version for crypto, whatever that looks like. We're just gonna go ahead and start that now.
That's a ticker that's time might have come.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's true. We might as well do screw aging out of crypto. Let's just go ahead and just start building those tracks now.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it.
Great.
Oh man, awesome stuff. What do you? Let's go around the room real quick. Orange, any final words for us today?
Woof woof. I'm a dog.
All right.
Wolf.
Thank you for taking it easy on the rest of us today. So,
Yeah.
My
Right.
pleasure.
Hannah, what do you got going on today, man?
Yeah, always the usual AI cooking, and yeah, I'm gonna drop some couple of videos that I've been working on, and yeah, I'm trying to get back to music and to write more, and yeah, I'm gonna drop soon.
All right, love it. Anytime Hannah's cooking, it's gonna be good.
True.
What do you got going on today, Jack?
Well, we got the Zest Town Hall coming up soon, right?
Yeah, it's at 11.
We got a Bitflow space today.
That's at 3.
Yep. So I'm gonna make both of those because we want to tell everyone about the Hermetica vaults that are coming out, man. This is one-click yield, man. Bitcoin on Bitcoin yield, all on chain. This will be huge. So looking forward to that.
Awesome stuff, man. Yeah, definitely a lot of stuff happening. Also, shout out to Leo Art Space today. GP, do you have something in? Is there anything in the Discords? I didn't see it on the schedule today, but I know something.
Yeah, I got it on there a little late. But yeah, we've got, so after the Zest Town Hall, we're going to be doing a content workshop within the Zest Discord. I think Balu's going to come on and do some prompt engineering with us. We're going to do some generation, see what we can do, iterate, and make some cool stuff with the Zester. Have some fun in there, and have a chance to win the Zest Community Chest. Big shout out to all of the sponsors for the Zest Community Chest. Got like Rulio, Flat, Nasty, Peggy, SDSDX. Got all the main ones in there, the big ones, top dogs. So gonna have some fun in there, and then of course headed over to the building on Bitcoin space with the BitFlow guys.
And then deorganized
Can't wait to
nightly.
see,
Don't forget about that.
Got the nightly tonight too, so we're gonna do that around 7 p.m. Get together and chat about what's going on within the ecosystem and what other alpha we can find without outside our ecosystem too. So nothing.
I don't know,
spared.
Peace. I might make the nightly show, but I might have to take my prunes and go to bed early, man.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
Leave it to the dude squad.
Yeah.
It's a young man's game doing the night show.
A little late for y'all,
Yeah.
isn't it? Like when you pop
Yeah.
I'm
in.
tired. I'll tell you, I'm tired now. I got to call in 7 minutes. I got to get on that space at 11. Come hang out with you, Chads, again. It never ends. Zenny, you got anything? Any last words for us? When is that seed phrase game launching? Is it gonna be by?
Yeah, it's ready. I'm just waiting for some moment for some stars tells me when. We're
right.
just getting started.
So it could
Yeah.
be any day now, guys. Be on the lookout. Maybe if you start commenting in the Skullcoin posts, begging him, Zenny, please drop this. We need this game now. Maybe we'll get it sooner than later. But really excited to start playing around with that. I do got to wrap it up. I got 5 minutes to finish my coffee and get on a call. But thank you all for joining. Thank you all for tuning in today. I am Peace Love Music. We are Deorganized Media, coming at you live on Bitcoin Live, decentralized broadcasting every Monday through Friday, bringing you games, news, information, alpha. Get over to agenthustle.ai and get in it. You all have a blessed day. Peace out.